Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of the Poor Tournament. It's my second game, and unfortunately I was drawn against Jim. Unfortunately, because we come from the same club, there was 3 of us that came down, and all 3 of us won our first round. So unfortunately, me and Jim had to face off against each other, and we've played each other before. We're both practicing before the tournament. And he's had a go at my list, and unfortunately in the last conflict that we had, he beat me quite happily. So this was going to be an interesting one, and I wasn't looking forward to it. So here's my opponent's list. He has Wedge and an X-Wing with the integrated astromech and R2-D2, a Gold Squadron pilot, which is the Y-Wing, I believe, and that's a R2 astromech and the Iron Cannon. And Talonbane is the X-Wing. I don't know who he is or what he does. And a Green Squadron pilot with the Charge and Refit and Push the Limit. So this is after the first turn. We both moved up pretty casually. My setup, I put Cobra on the left-hand side. My opponent knows him and how bad he is to play against. So I know he put a lot of fire into him, so I put him on the left there to hope that he can't get singled out too easily. And then you put the Slave one there just to make a big blocking vehicle and make him a tempting target. One of my 2 little pirates will probably go unnoticed flying up there. So the thought of my pirates be going unnoticed was pretty short-lived, as Wedge managed to take him down in one shot. Yeah, that wasn't great. The other shooting was just split between the different ships there. I think the other one tried to take out my other pirate as well, or put some onto the Slave one. And as I manoeuvre around here, I wanted to bring the Cobra around to get some shots on. I need to take out Wedge quick, so I moved my Slave one up to try and get some rear arc shots in. And unfortunately, Wedge again managed to one-shot my other pirate. So I'm down 2 ships in the 3rd turn, so this wasn't a good place for me to be in. And thankfully though, Cobra was up to the task and managed to one-shot Wedge. And then we start flying around trying to dodge each other. Unfortunately now my Cobra has been ionized as well, so he's going to spend a couple of turns just moving one forward. Unfortunately this gives him plenty of time to start lining up everyone on him. Again, he's ionized and I only get to move forward 1 space. It's also, his X-Wing's got the critical hit where it only does 1 less damage, so it's only knocking out two shots, which is quite nice. And I'm just going to concentrate fire on him to try and get rid of him with my Y-Wing. And then the Cobra, I'm just trying to get out of trouble at the moment. And my Slave 1 managed to, well not Slave 1, my Fire Spray managed to take out the X-Wing. With a combination of the target lock from the K4 security droid and the push to limit to get me both evade and a focus up. So he's pretty well defended at the moment and can knock out some good firepower. So I just slowly go forward to my Slave just to try and get everyone in rear arc, while my Cobra is trying to get out of trouble as well. So I'm going to go for some long range shots and just ignore the A-Wing and just try and take out the Y-Wing so I can save the Cobra. And I missed a couple of turns here because I heard someone say that we had 40 minutes left. So I said, if you don't mind, I'm just going to dash off to the loo. And I came back and my opponent said, we've got 5 minutes left. And I was like, oh, Christ. So I was a bit slow on some of the shots coming up now as I was desperately playing the game. But it turned out that we had half an hour left. The time to change from what was on the books. Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise for both of us. So some pretty rapid playing coming up. So I managed to call that Y-Wing K-turn. I managed to K-turn just behind him, which is the perfect position for the Cobra. With his bonus hits and Predator, he managed to take him out. Though he was pretty well damaged from the get-go, because I've been trying to get some long-range shots, even through asteroids, at him, just to knock him down, so he's easy to take out towards endgame, because I know that Iron Cannon was going to become a problem. Then, unfortunately, the Cobra was taken out. He only had 1 hit point left, and the A-Wing finished him off. And then the game came down to a Slave 1, which I don't believe had actually taken any damage up until now, against an A-Wing, which also, I believe, hasn't taken any damage up until now. As I say, we're playing pretty fast here, so we've missed a couple of rounds, but basically we're running around trying to shoot each other. We did a couple of passes like this, and what was really weird was the poor old Fire Spray was coming off worse. Even with my push to limits to get the extra evade and focus, and I had the target lock if I did a green maneuver, I still couldn't get through that little ship's abilities there, and he was knocking off all my shields. So as you can see, with his push to limit and his manoeuvrability, he was getting out of all my arcs and was making it somewhat of a nightmare. But finally, after several turns of flying around the board, both of us, I managed to get him into a position where he was close enough that I could get the extra shots on, and with the target lock and focus, I took out the little ship. So I ended this game. So I had got my 5 spray left, which was 41 points. So I'd lost 59 and got the 100 from my opponent. So it was a great game, really tight up until the end. The manoeuvrability of that A-wing really kept him alive. So that's 2 wins for me. I'm on to my 3rd game. I'll see you later. Farewellas. Hey guys, just a quick reminder of the giveaway I have for when I reach 793 subscribers. That is the year that's officially the start of the Viking Age. So I have a Saga rulebook, a set of Crescent and Cross dice, and a set of Viking dice. To find out what you need to win, just check out the Celts Cool videos. There's the one where I put the subscriber winner. In there I've got what you have to do for the next challenge. So I'll see you then. Farewellas.